The woman throws hundreds of thousands worth of designer bags into the storm drain. With each bag she throws, she shouts out a name. Turns out these bags were all gifts from her husband during his affairs. A pained cry suddenly comes from the storm drain. Turns out it's Annie, the second sister-in-law, standing in the water fishing out bags. Annie says with a pained expression this is such a waste. The woman follows the second sister-in-law home. They bring out all the luxury items her husband gave her. A whole living room full. Each bag represents one woman. Haven't been married long but accumulated quite a collection of bags.
だったら売らない手はありません。
Jenny, who grew up wealthy, never expected this kind of operation.
この指輪すごくいいです。あ、ほらこのダイヤとか。
5万円で。
え、3分の1ですか。
10万円で。
もう一声。
10万8000円
もう
で。
一声。
11万円で。
When the quote comes in, it turns out they sold for over 30 million. Annie, who's never seen this kind of money, is stunned. She suggests Linda use this money to do what she really wants. Stop living so miserably. But Linda says she wants to return this money to her husband. Turns out Linda is also a wealthy family's daughter. When the two families arranged the marriage, she fell in love with her husband at first sight. When they first got married, her husband worked hard at the marriage. But at some point, every time her husband sees her, his father's stern face appears before his eyes. The feeling of being controlled by the family becomes even stronger. He doesn't dare confront his father, so he begins using this childish behavior to vent his frustration. In the end, all that's left is a house full of cold luxury items. Looking at the empty mansion, this time Linda finally decides to let go. Without consulting anyone, she publicly announces her decision to divorce. Sure enough, both family patriarchs sternly refuse. Linda's courage makes her husband ashamed. For the first time, he bows and apologizes for his cowardice. For the first time, the couple fights side by side to break free from family control. Annie can't help but step forward to plead for them. Even Jack speaks up in support, making both patriarchs furious.
離婚は絶対に認めん。
もう親父の許可はいらない。これは俺たちの独立宣言だから。
The two walk out of the cage side by side, regaining their freedom.